When you think about the sharpest, most effective people you know, have you ever noticed they seem to share a secret? Well, it's not about how fast they think, it's actually about what they don't do. Let's dive into this surprising cognitive advantage. We're often taught that a quick wit, that instant reply, is a sign of a brilliant mind. But what if that snap judgment, that immediate gut reaction, is actually holding us back? What if the very thing we think is a strength is secretly a form of self-sabotage? And right here, this is it. The real superpower isn't speed, it's the stop. You see, the most effective people don't just react to what happens to them. They intentionally create a space, a little moment of silence before they act. And that simple pause, it changes absolutely everything. So let's break this down. We're going to uncover what this pause actually is, the science that makes it work, and how it gives people this remarkable edge in, well, almost any situation you can think of. This idea, believe it or not, has been around for a long, long time. This quote really nails it. A stimulus is just anything that happens, right? A critical email, a comment from a friend, an unexpected event. Our response is what we do next. But the magic, the real power, it all lies in that tiny little space in between. Now, this isn't just some philosophical concept. It's a real, measurable function in your brain called cognitive inhibition. Honestly, just think of it as your brain's own biological pause button. Its entire job is to stop your autopilot, to interrupt that knee-jerk reaction, and to give your rational mind a chance to catch up and take over. To make this really practical and easy to remember, we're going to call this space the mental gap. And it's not an empty space, far from it. It's a very active space. It's the moment where you grab the controls back from your impulses and start making conscious, deliberate choices. So how does this work in practice? Let's walk through it. First, a stimulus. Your boss sends you a kind of critical email. Your automatic impulse might be to fire back a defensive reply, right? But then, step 2, inhibit. You hit that mental pause button. This creates step 3, the gap. And in this space, you can actually ask, okay, what's the best outcome here? And that leads to step 4, a chosen response, a calm, thoughtful reply instead of an emotional reaction. See the difference? So how does this one simple pause build into a real, tangible advantage in life? Well, creating this mental gap isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about actively building a better career, better relationships, and frankly, a more controlled and peaceful inner life. This is the payoff we're talking about. Just look at this. It really illustrates the two paths you can take in any given moment. The path of instant reaction, it's emotional, it's short-sighted, and man, it often leads to regret. But the other path, the path of deliberate response, the one that uses the mental gap, that's logical, it's strategic, and it builds confidence. It's amazing how one small habit can lead to such wildly different outcomes over time. And the benefits of mastering this skill are just huge. By learning to pause, you unlock better decisions at work, you improve your relationships by not saying things you can't take back, you gain so much more emotional control, you start thinking more strategically, and you drastically reduce that awful feeling of regret. Okay, so understanding the theory is one thing, but how do we actually do it? In the heat of the moment. This last section is all about turning this powerful idea into a practical, repeatable habit that you can start using today. This is it. This is the whole ball game. This space is where your power lies. So how do you start using it immediately? Okay, try this. First, the 3-second rule. The next time you feel that flash of anger or defensiveness, just stop. Inhale deeply, count to 3. That's it. That tiny delay is often all it takes to let your rational brain grab the steering wheel. A second technique, ask one clarifying question. Instead of instantly disagreeing with someone, just ask, hey, can you tell me more about that? This move is brilliant. It not only buys you time, it gives you more information, and it instantly transforms you from a reactor into a strategic thinker. So I'll leave you with this question. Today, tomorrow, in the very next challenging conversation or frustrating moment you face, look for the space. Where can you pause for just 3 seconds before you speak or act? Where will you find your gap? Because finding it and then actually using it might just be the smartest thing you do all day.